Hey guys, what's up? On this video, I want to talk about the best builds for each one of the family members on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. And I like with the survivors, which the best perks kind of like work for every single one of them, which is pretty much like these three right here. And then you can trade bomb squadding for the situations where you don't have to face a hitchhiker for one of the other best ones, but like usually choose flight and no sellers, like you put it in every single victim and it's okay. For the killers, I feel like it's a little different. I personally prefer, in case for like Leatherface, go for usually damage stuff. I like to use big swings. Sure, it's gonna cost more stamina for me, but Leatherface is the killer that has the most amount of stamina in the game, pretty much. I just put my endurance to the max, so I have like a lot of stamina. So it's kind of worth it that I get 15% more damage, while even though it's gonna cost twice the amount of stamina at level 3, it's fine. Second one that I always like to use is this one. Usually, I get my blood vial very fast. Try to either collect it around or try by hitting the victims. And once I do that, I don't worry about feeding Grandpa at all. For those of you that probably are playing now in a more higher competitive level, feeding Grandpa is not that effective because you lose time, and sometimes just turning around for like one gate is enough for you to lose that gate and have to survive as escape. So a lot of times, me and my friends, when we play together in a pre-mate, we just camp around the areas. We just like keep watching over and patrolling the areas instead of feeding Grandpa. And even if you get Grandpa to level 5 fast, someone that has the Agitator perk can just go there and take 4 levels down easily. So feeding Grandpa is kind of overrated at a certain point in the game. So this one is good because once I get my blood full, once I by either hitting someone, killing someone, or whatever, I'm gonna have 20% damage buff for the rest of the match because I'm not getting rid of my blood vial. It's gonna be full the entire match. I'm not feeding Grandpa unless like it's like at the end of the match and I want to get him to level 5. I'm only the one that if I do it is gonna get to level 5 instantly to get the last survivor. That's one thing. But most of the match, I'm just gonna keep the blood vial full so I can always have 20% more damage. For the third perk, I'm starting to use this one because people like to bully Boba a lot. So when I get stunned, I get more damage while there's three trying to stun me. So and that can last for a while, 40 seconds. So this one is quite good. But another one that I used was Savagery, just for this, more damage. And then I can just put the extra attribute points on Blood Harvesting if in case I want to kind of help like feeding Grandpa. But it's not even necessary since the Bubba has enough attribute points to max Savagery Endurance. And I don't really care about Blood Harvesting that much. I don't think you have to worry. It's not your job as Leatherface to do that. Other option for the third pack could be like this one. So revving your chainsaw, you regenerate stamina 10% faster. But at least for me, I feel like I already have enough stamina. So which is why I decided to go with this one instead, the activated. Especially because people just love bowling Leatherface, like especially like in the basement. You're gonna get stunned at one point if it's like one of those bully squads. And if you can, like, after you get stunned, you have 20% more damage. You're gonna have 20% more damage with this, 20% more, 15% more damage with this, and maybe more 20% in case you get the blood vial full. So this can go up to 20, 20, 40, 55% more damage with your chainsaw. And Savage at the max, like, you can do a lot of damage. Of course, you can always one-shot people with a chainsaw. Unless like it's Anna, but then Anna you can just follow with a few more attacks, and your chainsaw is not gonna like overheat as long as you do this right here. If you put this combination here, reduce the chance of overheat by 20%, but 10%. Chainsaw can be used 20% more before stalling, and this one, instant activation for the chainsaw. Usually, after you drop down the chainsaw, after like it's going up, like it's charged, it's not gonna go like not gonna overheat. You can still control it. So overall, like best chainsaw build for him. Like I think this one here for the chainsaw. These two perks here, Vile End and Big Swings. For the third one, like I think activated is pretty good. But of course, if they're not worrying about stunning you much, it won't be that useful. But still, I think it's overall good option. But any other third perk can like help you. This one here, this hitting them, like so the other ones can see where they are. Any of these other ones, I think they can be good options for Leatherface. Second one, the Cook. The Cook, I like the ability that allows everyone to see the highlighted victims. That helps a lot, especially when I'm playing with my teammates, just so they can know where it is. They're playing very well. Everybody knows. If you spot someone, the whole family can know if they're like they are close to someone else on the family. They're gonna know where they are and gonna attack them right away. It's like a wall hack. It's a wall hack that works for the entire family, all the members. Then I decide to put reduce ability drain by 30%. Victim detection range increased by 20%, but this one was the most important for sure. 40 perks, I decided to put endurance perks because he's kind of a slow guy. He's an old guy. He's like the second grandpa in this game. He's just too slow for me. For the few situations, I know that he's more for controlling the gates, but the situations where I want to give assistance in chasing the victims, so I decided to go for more endurance. This one to increase movement speed. Sure, I lose a little bit of melee damage, but my Savage is like almost at the max. I don't put much in blood harvesting, like I said, it's not that effective. I prefer to just camp at the gates, control the gates, and like that's it, pretty much. Uh, Other ones that you could place, maybe it's this one for Savagery, so you can try to do a little bit more damage. But to be honest, I feel like for the Cook, it's just harder to just reach the victims. It's more about the speed because he's slow, which is why I just decided to focus on getting more endurance, so I can spare more my attributes points, so I can put more in Savagery. And then this one just so I can move a little bit faster, even if it's like losing a few points. It doesn't matter if I can do insane damage, if I can never reach the victims, because they can always outrun me. Third one, security pins, so that my padlocks are always harder to unlock. And this can take a while. Unless they are playing like with Connie or like another character have very high proficiency, this can take a while. I played Vitam against cooks using this perk, and it takes so long. And usually if they are patrolling the nearby areas, a lot of the victims, they won't be able to have enough time to be able to unlock those doors. So pretty good. Oh yeah, Grandpa perk. I forgot about this one. I like this one, Exterior Alarms. And I just realized that I forgot to show my full skill tree for Letterface. I just went to the left. Went to the left to the Letterface. Completely to the left. Just getting all the stuff for Letterface in the left. And for the Grandpa perk, I usually like to do this one for damage. This one is not bad. Stamina consumption on melee attacks reduced by 20%. But like I said, with Letterface, I think my stamina is pretty good for the most part. So I usually go for damage unless someone else on the team already has this one. Okay, back on the Cook. I like this one, is stereo alarm, so in case they open any of the gates, doors, like we're able to see which they are, and we just run there right away to prevent them from unlocking more stuff. Hitchhiker. I like this one here, which makes the victims caught in the trap is still gonna take more damage over a short period of time. I thought about getting the one that allows me to see, so that everybody in the family can see where they are. But to be honest, it works the same way as this perk, so I already get this out of this perk. Dinner Bell already makes everybody see where the victims are, if in case they're caught in a trap. Plus, I get more stamina, so I can try to run there quickly, which is another problem with the Hitchhiker. Hitchhiker and Sissy, and pretty much like I think like everyone apart from like Letterface or Johnny, I have like some problems with the stamina. I always run out of stamina while I'm trying to chase people and try to attack them. So I just more stamina the better, which is why I also put the endurance perk here, so I can just get a little bit more stamina, and so I can put pretty much like everything on the Savagery, just all for the damage, because Hitchhiking is more damage. Sure, you can catch up to the victims and hit them, but if you're not doing enough damage, you probably won't do much. You probably won't be able to secure a kill. Blood harvesting, again, I'm not putting anything there. Like leveling up Grandpa is not like the main focus on the match. It's more about chasing victims, getting kills, and patrolling the area so they don't manage to get anything unlocked, you know. So the other one that like I think you see the traps when someone get trapped. It can be useful, sure, and then you don't have to use Dinner Bell, but Dinner Bell has stat, plus you get more stamina. But you could easily replace it. I mean, if you want, you can try to replace it with one of the other ones. But I don't know for the skill tree, which I went through, like if it's gonna be a good option. I like Wireframe for the third perk, so I can chase them a little bit faster. I can go through the gaps and the crawl space faster. Usually this helps me. It helps me during chases, I want to catch up to a victim fast. For the Hitchhiker, I went to the right of this skill tree. Focusing mainly, like it's the endurance side, that's like mainly what I'm focusing here. For the Grandpa perk, I like this one here, because unlike Letterface, I feel like his melee attacks just end up costing too much stamina. He's not like in the same level in regards to stamina. So sometimes I'm just about to finish a victim off and end up like running out of stamina because I'm always running, I'm always attacking, and that costs stamina. So I feel like swinging for defenses do help me a little bit here and there. Next, Killer Johnny. Best one for him. I kind of like this combination here, which is endurance, of course, because I want more stamina. I want to be able to run for longer to catch up to the victims. But I know that a lot of people have been using another one, which is this one here. so that the attacks cost less stamina. I think this is also a good option. This I can see why people are using this with Johnny, because with Johnny you don't want to really run. You just want to keep like you move by swinging. You just keep attacking non-stop with your knife. You kind of like end up like you can move faster by doing that instead of running. So I get why people go with this for sure. It can be useful, but I feel like if I put like endurance to the max, like it's gonna be like 47 once this reach level 3. I feel like it's already enough. Like I feel like I'm not running like even if I keep attacking non-stop, I feel like I don't need much of a damage a stamina reduction by my melee attacks. And I don't like the idea of the stamina regeneration rate being slower because I feel like it's already slow enough for me. So I kind of prefer to have just like more endurance. Other one, scout, movement speed, I can move faster. Sure, my melee damage is gonna be decreased, but my Savage is already maxed, like I have maximum damage on him. And this is gonna go even higher when I get serrated perk increased. This one makes it that when you manage to hit a victim, they're gonna take 1 HP per second of extra damage for the next 4, up to 5 seconds if you reach level 3. So when I reach this level 3, it's gonna do even more damage. 40 grandpa perks. I didn't got many by going to this site. I didn't got really good ones, to be honest. This one here, the one that Windoom. The victims take 50% more damage on jump out of windows. I think it's useful only on Family House, pretty much, because I mean that's the only map that has a window for them to jump out. And a strategy for survivors, it is to just jump out of the window and try to go for the escapes. So for sure, this perk is specifically like that's like for Family House. You might want to use this one for Johnny. But like in the other situation, I only unlock it at this one. I don't like it much. I unlock it this one, so the victims can take more damage or jump into duels. Like if it's a Family House, I always go with Windoom, while with the other maps, I just go with well. And that's my Johnny build by going to the right of the map. For CC, I know, where is Rubber Legs? I mean, Rubber Legs, it's bugged. It's like, that's why it's not counting. If you want for what right now is the best build for CC, sure, go to the left and just get here Rubber Legs, which is supposed to make the victims is lower when they get encountered with the toxic cloud or poison items, but right now it's bugged that your melee attacks also slow the victims down, which just helps a lot during the chases, because the more you attack them, the more they get slowed down, so they cannot escape you. But the company that made the game already said that they're gonna be fixing this tomorrow. No, wait, today is day 17, no, it's day 19. So like in 2 days, this is gonna be fixed, so this is not gonna be like the meta for CC. So because of that, I just decided to go to the right side instead. And I decided to go for, again, more endurance stuff, because I feel like pretty much like anyone except Letterface and maybe Johnny, I have endurance problems. I have just problems with endurance. I keep running out of it. And I still want to be able to do a little bit more damage. CC and Hitchhiker, they need more damage. So in order to be able to put more attribute points on Savagery, I just decided to put Unrelating, so I can have a little bit more endurance without having to spend much of my points. Scout, also same thing with Johnny. I want to be able to move faster. Sure, I'm losing a little bit of melee damage, but it's worth it because I can catch up the victims faster, get to the locations, moving faster, get a hit. And my Savage is like as maxed as it can be with CC, so I feel like it's overall worth it. For the third one, I decided to try to put this one. I still have to level this up because I was using the Rubber Legs build for a while, but I didn't know the perk was bugged. Only afterwards I knew that I finding out that it was a problem. But I decided to go with this one. Of course, you can try to go for blood ones. I mean, CC is good for blood harvesting, but I feel like she's already pretty good. Like, it's already good by default, the blood harvesting. But if you want to focus on, like, try to feed Grandpa to level 5 faster, even though you know the risk that they can just, like, step Grandpa and take off that way, you can try to go for some blood perks. But I decided to go with this one because I feel like I run out of stamina with CC a lot during chases. So like I'm attacking someone with CC, my stamina is running low. I get like a hit and I run out of stamina and they escape. So with this one, at least my last hit, the last hits before running out of stamina, they will be able to go do up to 20% more damage. So I feel this can a little bit help with the CC problem of low damage, since she's like the one that does the least amount of damage. So I'm trying to mix it up, like to make the best out of damage and speed endurance with CC, just to make the best out of Savage endurance, because blood harvesting, she already got it, so it's for me it's fine. So I'm just trying to like make up for her weaker stats and try to make the best out of it. For Grandpa ability, I just like stereo alarms. Unless someone else has using it, I can just put like any of the other ones. depends on the situation, but I don't think that she has like the best grandpa perks. So going to the right side with Sissy, and well, these are, at least for now, has I've been playing this game for quite a while. I already have like over 100 hours in the game, level 64. So for my experience, these are around like the best meta builds or thermal efficient builds for you to use in every single one of the killers on this game. And I hope you guys give it a try. And well, I hope these builds help you guys.